going on, boxing fans? This is Kenneth SB Boxing from Request Subscribe. Let's speak boxing. Right now, I'm just waiting on the main card. Right now, we got a Rodriguez versus Greer fight. It's a dog fight going on. We're just waiting for the main event. You know, sipping on some Bombay Sapphire. That's my drink. Bombay tonic, Bombay club soda. That's Kenneth Let's Speak Boxing's drink of all drinks. But you know, it's been a while since I did several boxing videos and stuff like that. I just, you know, I'm still watching boxing. I just wanted to get back on the swing of things and just cover some boxing. But, you know, it's not about Bombay. It's about A Cure. So we got these videos. I got vitamin C, retinol cream as you go up in age and stuff like that. I know we're men and stuff like that, but, you know, men's beauty creams, oils, that you can put on your face. You know, it keeps it revived, keep it going. But anyways, let's go ahead and speak boxing. What's going on today? All right, Kell Brook versus Crawford. I'll tell you what, if this conversation was 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I'll be a little bit more excited about Kell Brook. I've always been a Kell Brook fan. I like back in the day to mix it up 4 or 5 years ago, Kell Brook versus Amir Khan. I wish that was the fight that was taking place. But, you know, I hate to say it, but I'm a Kell Brook fan, but I hate to say, like, you know, I'm not that excited about it, you know, but I'm a fan first. So, you know, skills pay the bills. I think, yes, I think Crawford has the advantage. Yes, I'm not going to say Crawford has youth because they're, you know, Crawford's a year younger, 33, 34. Kell Brook, 34 years old. Crawford, 33 years old. So as far as the age is concerned, it's the activity that's concerning me and being in the ring without taking time off. You know, I think Kell Brook is definitely a disadvantage there. Now, as far as the wins, you know, Kell Brook 39-2, 27 KOs. Does Kell Brook have power? Does Kell Brook have boxing ability? Absolutely. Does Kell Brook have win? Absolutely. But I'm speaking about the Kell Brook that's 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm not speaking about the Kell Brook that's recent. Yes, he had 3 fights. You know, Timothy Bradley has to sell the fight. ESPN, Timothy Bradley speaking like he's coming off of 3 consecutive back-to-back wins. But the thing about it, you know, like he fought in Sheffield. Nothing against Sheffield or anything like that. He fought DeLuca, he fought Serafov, and he fought some other guy. I don't have no idea what the guy's name is, but I know that he won KO last. You know, of the 3 fights, 2 KOs, but the one in the middle, he looked like shit, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that we're in 2020. Yes, we got the quarantine. Yes, that might be an advantage for Kell Brook, depending on how Crawford, you know, had camp and how he took in the quarantine and how much work he put in. But like, say for instance, I don't know, man, you know, the last fight he had was in February. It was in Sheffield. Kell Brook, cool. But he had 2019 completely off. Completely off, he was 2019. 2018, he had 2 fights. And then in 2017, he had 1 fight. And then 2016, he had 1 fight. You know? He fought Porter. Hell of a fight. I think that was a close fight. I still gave it to Kell Brook. I think Kell Brook put on a clinic. He put, you know, he stayed composed, kept the distance, boxing IQ, tremendous, you know, because a lot of fighters can't fight someone like Porter. Porter is a roughhouse fighter, you know what I'm saying? He came out victorious in that fight and then jumped up 2 weight classes to fight Triple G. And at that time, Triple G was the boogeyman. I'm not talking about Triple G now. Even Triple G now, he's still, you know, I'm still waiting on the Charlo brothers step in the ring with Triple G. You know what I'm saying? Because since Canelo beat Triple G, all of a sudden Triple G ain't shit. But Canelo's a badass dude. But Triple G still Canelo put in that work. You know what I'm saying? But that's here or there. But anyways, he jumped up 2 weight classes. Kell Brook is a naturally stronger, big guy, you know what I'm saying? And he looked very good against Triple G until Triple G started wearing him down. But he broke orbital bones, you know, fucked them up, eye sockets and shit like that. Got injured, took the rest of the year off, stepped into the ring against Spence, which I respect. And then Spence went to town. Spence just completely broke him down because Spence is also like Kell Brook. Spence is a big-ass dude. Spence can go up in weight, you know what I'm saying? He can go up to middleweight. He's a natural middleweight fighter, you know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, Kell Brook is a natural middleweight fighter. Got beat up there, and then he definitely took some time off. Mentally, psychologically, he's beat. He's distressed, and he's trying to get the Amir Khan fight. And Amir Khan fight didn't happen. Here or there, I'm a big Amir Khan. You guys know I'm a big Amir Khan fan. He fought in Sheffield 3 times, but he's just hasn't been active. But skills pay the bills. Is he skillful? Absolutely. Does he have the experience? Absolutely. Does he have the strength, power? Absolutely. He has all the tools to come out victorious against Kell Brook. Against Terence Crawford. The only thing is his inactivity. That's the only thing. Now, Terence Crawford, don't get me wrong, undefeated, 36-0, 33 KOs. A year younger. He has a top pound for pound. I don't put him as number 1, but he's the top pound for pound contender. He's definitely in the top 3. Actually, I'll give him the 3 spot. I actually give Canelo over Terence Crawford. You guys can talk all the shit you want, but I put Canelo over Terence Crawford. Why? Because of the resume. His last fight in December, he's definitely he was active 2 fights last year. I can't remember the guy's name he fought in Madison Square Garden or whatever, but he was getting caught. He was getting caught in that fight. That was December. He came out victorious. I won some money in Vegas. I was in Vegas when that fight happened. Even though it was in Madison Square Garden, but I was out there and work. Khan looked good. Khan made excuses. Khan got dropped. Khan doesn't have a gym. Kell Brook has a chin compared to, in comparison to Amir Khan. So I think there's an advantage there. But Amir Khan, explosives coming in, look good, from time to time. But, wasn't skill as far as IQ wise. Terence Crawford had all the tools and had Amir Khan toe to toe, and he was up there with Amir Khan when it came to speed. Now, as far as Benavidez, Jeff Horn, he fought them in 2018, looked great, came out. As far as the last 4 fights, it's activity, what I'm saying, and that's the only thing that I give Crawford the advantage. It's just he's been active. He's a workhorse. He's a gym rat. He takes it serious, what I'm saying. They both made weight. They both look good. Kell Brooks always had issues as far as making welterweight. But he came in, they both made weight. They both look good, what I'm saying. But, Special K is the same Special K that he stepped in the ring against Sean Porter. what I'm saying. Crawford has he's gonna have a long night, man. Crawford's gonna have a long night, But the thing is that rust, inactivity is gonna get to you, and usually that's when you get into deep waters. 4th, 5th, 6th round, it'll start wearing you down. Crawford's definitely a gym rat. His IQ's definitely there. His power's there. His speed's there. He's able to switch from orthodox southpaw and stuff like that. So he's definitely there. You know what I'm saying? But Kell Brook is not no Gamboa. He's not no fucking Jeff Horn. He's not no Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was always I'm a huge Amir Khan fan, but shit just happens, you know what I'm saying? But we're talking about 5-6 years ago. That's when I was active, drinking every day. But no, that's here or there. But anyways, guys, Kenneth Thespian Boxing. What's my fight prediction? I'm just going to be a fan in this fight, you know what I'm saying? I think if I was to put money up, like you guys know, if I was going to put money up, Terence Crawford all day, Terence Crawford all day. Does Kell Brook have a chance? Absolutely has a chance. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. 2020's been a shitty year. A lot of shit's been happening. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised. But it's not even about all the shit that's been happening in 2020. But there's been so many different variables that have been taken into consideration. The inactivity. Both fighters haven't fought. Actually, no. In February, that's when Brook fought. But Crawford hasn't fought since, last year. Since then till now, there's been a lot of shit's been happening, But Terence Crawford's a gym rat. But both have the boxing IQ, both have the experience, both have the resume, both have the skills. All I know is that it's going to be a great fight. I know that Earl Spence is watching. Earl Spence already did his thing against Kell Brook. He dominated. And I know Crawford, he's trying to set the tone, set the pace, and let the world know that he can go toe-to-toe with Earl Spence. Earl Spence right now is the baddest dude in the welterweight division. You know, he's fighting Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, he's a great fighter at 140. I haven't seen Danny Garcia. He looked good against Porter, and you can go back and forth. I still think Porter won that fight. He looked good against Keith Thurman. You can go back and forth, but I still think Keith Thurman slightly edged Danny Garcia. But Danny Garcia's still in it. Danny Garcia still has boxing ability. He's still strong. He has a fucking hell of a chin. He's a great fighter, but he's lost those fights. But Danny Garcia at 140, he's dominating fighter. You know what I'm saying? He just completely fucking dominated. I was a huge Danny Garcia fan, and I'm still am a Danny Garcia fan. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm just going to, you know, be transparent and be honest about the situation. Danny Garcia hasn't been dominating. He's been competitive, but he hasn't been dominating the way he's supposed to be. But I like the fact that the mix, something that Crawford hasn't been in. You're talking about Danny Garcia, you're talking about Keith Thurman, you're talking about Earl Spence, you're talking about Manny Pacquiao. He hasn't been involved in that mix. He's been out of it. But Crawford still considered, he claims that he's the man in the division. Bro, you can't, bro. If you haven't dominated, you know, Danny Garcia, not for nothing, Danny Garcia gets more credit for me. You know what I'm saying? He's been mixing it up, and he's fighting fucking Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? Crawford, he's fighting Kell Brook. That's a hell of a fight. But Kell Brook is still at a disadvantage. This fight should have happened like 3 years ago. But I'm not trying to make an excuse or anything like that, but Crawford, that's my problem, bro. He talks a lot of shit, which is good. I think he's skillful. I think he's great. I think he has the ability, obviously, but you haven't mixed it up with the best, man. You haven't. And even hands down, fucking Keith Thurman stepped into the ring against Manny Pacquiao, and he found out one of the GOATs. And what's the GOATs all fucking about, because that's a whole different generation. But he found out quickly what's that shit about, because he looked out from the backside and be like, oh, that's a little short dude with T-Rex arms. You know, Mayweather pop. Yeah, motherfucker, you got the taste a little bit about that generation. You got the taste a little bit about that generation. Because if Manny Pacquiao would have been, if this would have happened like 5 years ago, that shit would have been a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, what do I think it's going to happen? It just depends. It depends if Special K comes. But like I said, if Special K steps up into the ring, it's the same Special K. He took it serious. And he put in a lot of sparring. He did some. He's just conditioned. You know what I'm saying? Crawford might be into. He's going to definitely get in some deep waters, but he's not going to push. Kell Brook is a bigger dude. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook's a stronger dude. I don't care what anyone says. He's just a bigger, naturally stronger dude. Even though Crawford's a bigger dude as well, but, you know, Kell Brook is a big-ass fucking dude, man. He's a middleweight. You know, so Crawford can't come in there thinking he's going to just push him over, walk him down, and nah, man, he's just going to have to take him deep waters, you know. He's going to have to bring the fight. You know, don't try to pace yourself. Don't try to pick him apart, because Kell Brook can box, you know what I'm saying? And Kell Brook can box, you know what I'm saying? He's going to have to high punch output, overwhelm him with punches. Don't try to fight at a slow pace, because that's going to be definitely an advantage for Kell Brook. And at Kell Brook's going to get comfortable. He's going to get his confidence up. And if his confidence is up, Kell Brook got power, you know what I'm saying? He got power. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, this is Kenneth SB Boxing. What's my fight prediction? I think Terence Crawford is going to win this one. Decision. I'm going to give him the decision. I don't give him a knockout or anything like that. I don't think it's going to be a stoppage. But it just depends, man. This shit, to me, I think it's a 50-50. I think it's a 50-50. Besides this whole inactivity and shit like that, and that's the only reason I give it a 50-50. Because, like I said, if this fight was like 4 or 5 years ago, I'll give it to Kell Brook, believe it or not. I would. I like Kell Brook, but maybe I'm talking as a fan, because I'm a Kell Brook fan. So, it doesn't matter. So, anyways, guys, Kenneth SB Boxing. From request, subscribe. We'll give you fight predictions. Actually, George's a boxing genius. I try to go to the little MGM in Kissimmee, Orlando. And I told him, I was like, yo, what are you doing? Or whatever, I'm going to stop by, watch the fight. He was like, no, don't even come over here. I'm not watching that bullshit-ass fight. That fight's bullshit. But he does like the Earl Spence versus Danny Garcia fight. He talks shit about Danny Garcia, but he's a Danny Garcia fan. He likes Danny. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't like his dad. He thinks his dad's full of shit. But he's not gonna watch this fight. Like just like last week, he didn't watch the Gamboa fight either. He was like, "Man, I'm not gonna watch that bullshit fight. Gamboa's gonna use his ass whoop," and that's exactly what happened. That's why he's called George the Boxing Genius. This fight, he's like, "Fuck, I don't want to watch that fight. Kell Brook's gonna get his ass whipped." He just calls it for what it is, but it is what it is. But anyways, guys, it's Kenneth. That's been boxing from Chris. Subscribe. Make sure you check out the A Cure, acure.com. That's A/-CUR.com. I actually use the products. You know what I'm saying? I use the oils. I know I didn't edge it up or anything like that. Usually I'm all edged up. I actually cut hair. I cut the hair through college. I cut hair in high school. I cut hair in middle school. I think every Puerto Rican that lives in Orlando cuts hair as well. But no, the products is good. The retinol cream at night, the vitamin C during the day or in the morning, the rose water, not throughout the day. I probably do it like once a day or whatever. It's cool. The almond oil for the beard and the elbows and shit like that. It's good. It's good products. And then aloe vera, put it on the cream, da-da-da-da. But I don't even put the aloe vera on my face. I put it on my stomach and, yeah, exactly. Anyways, guys, this is Kenneth. That's been Boxing From Chris. Subscribe. Have a good one, guys. Take it easy.